Hey peeps, it's Jedd here from Disrupt Tutoring, and as always, it's such a pleasure to join you. Today we're going to deal with a bit of BODMAS. With that in mind, let's dive straight in. So, they've given us this to simplify, and we can see there's so many things happening, and it's really hard on our eyes to look at it. So that's why we've got BODMAS to make this process a little simpler. So starting off with the B, we need to look for any brackets that we need to simplify first. And I'm going to mark them in blue. We can see there's some brackets. So we would need to start off by simplifying that bracket and that bracket first, okay? But now what's very interesting within this bracket, there's a couple of things happening. Now there's addition and there is division. Now what should we do first, right? So what comes first? Division comes before addition. So within that bracket, we need to do our multiplication first. So let's do that in our first step. So we're going to simplify both brackets, but we need to do two steps in the first bracket. Right, so in that first bracket, we've got 1 plus. So I'm going to keep the bracket, and it's going to be 1. Now I've got a plus 3 divided by 3. A plus 3 divided by 3. So it's a plus divided by a plus, which still gives us a plus, and 3 divided by 3 gives us 1. Then we've got plus 3, and then we've got a minus 1 on the outside there. Within the bracket, we've got 16 minus 14. So I'm going to keep that in bracket, and that's going to be 2. Right, so now we've still got a bracket that we need to focus on first. So let's do that bracket first. And it's going to be 1 plus 1, which gives us 2, plus 3 minus plus 2. All right, so we can see that we've dealt with all of the brackets, so we can move on to O, which is of. There is no of in this particular example, so we can move on to exponents. There aren't any exponents, so we can move on to division. There isn't any division, so we can move on to multiplication. Now, there is still a bracket over here, which means there's an invisible minus 1 there, and this is a plus 2. So there is some multiplication that we need to do. So we're going to focus on this little part in our next step. Right, so we're going to say 2 plus 3, and then we've got a minus 1 times a positive 2. So the minus and the plus give us a minus, and then we've got 1 times 2, which is going to give us 2. Right, and that simplifies all of the multiplication. So we can move on to addition. Now we can see there's some addition right in the front. So we're going to start off with this, and that is going to be 2 plus 3, which is going to give us 5 minus 2. And now we've got subtraction that we can do. So the subtraction there is 5 minus 2, and that's going to give us 5 minus 2, which is 3. And that is the final answer, working through this expression step by step using BODMAS, which is a really helpful tool. A very special thank you to our sponsor for making this video possible. Read all about them in the description below. Also, head over to our website for more of these epic tutorial videos. If you can't find the answer to your question, remember you can send it to us and we'll respond with a personalized video just for you. Until the next time,